It's about challenging the belief that love is just a sweet, nice to have quality. And it's about seeing it for what it truly is, a world shifting force. Because when you choose love intentionally, boldly, with clear boundaries, you are not just shaping your own life, you are shaping the world around you. Welcome to Soul Time, a show that explores the world of unlocking your unique potential. My name is Dr. Katja Makowka, and I'm a teacher at school, a former teacher at universities, and a stress and mental coach. And I'm your host. We spend so much energy trying to protect ourselves, keeping our guard up, rehearsing comebacks, staying 2 steps ahead so no one can hurt us again. But here is the thing. Real power isn't about never being hurt. It's about refusing to let the hurt have the final word. Choosing love is one of the bravest things you can do. It says, I'm still here. I still care. I still believe in kindness, connection, and hope, no matter what happened. And that, my friend, is anything but soft. That's brave. Somewhere along the way, many of us were taught that love is something light, easy, or even a little naive. We grow up hearing phrases like, don't let people walk all over you. Love will just get you hurt. So we started associating love with weakness, as if choosing to stay kind means you are automatically saying yes to being taken advantage of. But let's pause for a moment and really think about that. Is love actually the easy choice? When you have been hurt, when you have been betrayed, rejected, left out, or criticized, is it easy to open your heart again? No, it's not. The easiest thing in the world is to shut down, to build walls and decide, I'm never letting anyone get close enough to hurt me again. Love is the opposite of easy. Love asks you to stay open. It asks you to see the humanity in others even when they disappoint you. It asks you to trust yourself enough to know you can handle life, even when people don't handle you with care. And this is where we often get confused. We think staying guarded will keep us safe, but what it actually does is keep us small. Yes, you might avoid some pain, but you also avoid joy and connection and the chance to experience the very things that make life beautiful. So if you have been calling love soft, if you have secretly equated kindness with weakness, I want you to hear this. Love is not soft. Love is brave. It takes courage to keep your heart open in a world that has given you reasons to close it. This is where the journey begins. It's about challenging the belief that love is just a sweet, nice to have quality. And it's about seeing it for what it truly is, a world shifting force. Because when you choose love intentionally, boldly, with clear boundaries, you are not just shaping your own life, you are shaping the world around you. Choosing love doesn't mean being a doormat. It doesn't mean ignoring red flags, tolerating mistreatment, or endlessly giving to people who take without giving back. This is where so many of us get tripped up. We think we have to choose between love or boundaries, but healthy love requires boundaries. Think about it this way. If you love yourself, you don't abandon yourself to keep the peace. If you love others, you show up with honesty, even when that honesty is uncomfortable. Love and boundaries aren't opposites. They are partners. When we hear love is strong, we often imagine big dramatic gestures, forgiving huge betrayals or staying endlessly patient with people who keep crossing lines. But sometimes the most loving thing you can do for yourself and for others is to walk away. Let's be honest, keeping your heart open can feel terrifying if you have been hurt before. Your nervous system remembers what pain feels like, and it wants to protect you. But protecting yourself doesn't have to mean shutting everyone out. It can mean saying, I trust myself enough to be open, and I trust myself enough to leave the moment this no longer feels right. That is radical love. It's a kind of love that refuses to participate in cycles of harm, while also refusing to become hardened and bitter. It's the love that lets you say, I forgive you, but I won't let you treat me that way again. I care about you, but I need space right now. I choose to stay kind even as I walk away. Love becomes powerful when it is grounded, when it flows from self respect, not from a need to be liked or accepted. And here is the beautiful part. When you love with boundaries, you don't just protect yourself. You inspire others. You show the people around you what it looks like to live from a place of courage rather than fear. You create ripple effects of honesty, respect, and strength that makes your relationships healthier and your world more peaceful. When you choose love, real grounded love, you are doing more than just being nice. You are shifting the atmosphere around you. Love is disruptive. It interrupts cycles of bitterness, of gossip, revenge, and fear. It forces people to stop and think because it refuses to play by the usual rules of hurt for hurt. Think about the last time someone was unexpectedly kind to you. Not fake kind, but truly present and compassionate. Didn't it catch you off guard? Didn't it make you pause and breathe a little deeper? That is what radical love does. And this kind of love isn't always met with applause. Sometimes it makes people uncomfortable because it challenges their defenses, their anger. But over time, it can soften hearts. It can rebuild trust. It can create new possibilities where before there was only division. And here is the key. Choosing love doesn't mean you take responsibility for changing others. You can't make someone forgive, trust, or show up differently. But you can choose how you show up. And that choice creates a different kind of energy in the space between you. Love says, I refuse to let my pain turn me into someone I'm not. And I won't let bitterness steal my joy. And I choose to model what respect looks like, even when no one else is doing it. Every small act of love, smiling at the cashier, giving someone the benefit of the doubt, speaking gently to yourself when you mess up, is a radical statement. I still believe good exists and I'm going to be part of it. This isn't naive. This is leadership. This is courage. Because it's so much easier to close off, to join the complaining, to stay in the circle of hurt. When you choose love, you choose to be a bridge builder instead of a wall builder. You make connection possible where before there was only separation. And living with love at the center isn't something you just decide once. It's a practice, a daily choice. And some days it will feel harder than others. You will have moments when fear kicks in. For example, what if I get hurt again? What if they take advantage of me? What if I look foolish? This is where radical love becomes real. Because love doesn't mean letting people walk over you. It means staying grounded enough to respond with clarity and integrity instead of reacting from fear. So, how do you practice this? Start with yourself. The way you speak to yourself sets the tone for how you show up everywhere else. Are you compassionate with your own mistakes? Are you patient with your own process? And when you stop attacking yourself, you stop projecting that attack onto others. Decide where your boundaries are. Love without boundaries isn't love, it's self-abandonment. Being loving doesn't mean saying yes to everything. It means being honest about what you can give and where your energy needs protection. Boundaries are what allow your love to stay authentic, not resentful. Choose one brave act of love per day. It doesn't have to be big. Send, for example, that encouraging message. Apologize first. Look someone in the eye and really listen. Or simply choose not to spiral into bitterness when someone else is rude. Stay rooted in your why. When you get tired, because yes, choosing love can feel exhausting sometimes, remind yourself why you are doing this. Not because people deserve it 100% of the time, but because you want to live aligned with your values. Love is radical because it resists the pull of fear. It keeps your heart open just enough to let life in, even after pain. And every time you choose it, you strengthen your trust in yourself. When you look back years from now, what do you want your life to say about you? Not about the things you achieved or the boxes you checked, but about the energy you brought into the spaces you entered. Do you want to be remembered as someone who closed off because of pain? Or someone who, even after heartbreak, choose to keep showing up with an open heart? Strength after hurt isn't loud or flashy. It doesn't mean proving to anyone that you are over it. It means recognizing that people who hurt others are often acting out of their own pain and refusing to let that pain define you. It's choosing to grieve when you need to grieve. It's letting yourself feel the pain fully instead of pretending it doesn't. And then slowly letting yourself step back into life. It looks like smiling at a stranger, even when the world feels heavy. Allowing yourself to say yes to joy without overthinking the what ifs. Choosing generosity, forgiving yourself for the times you shut down and celebrating the times you choose to open again. Every of these moments is a reclamation, a declaration that pain didn't win, that fear didn't get the final word. And here is the most important part. The people who hurt you don't get to decide how loving you will be. That decision is yours every single day. Choosing love doesn't mean excusing what happened. It means refusing to let the past dictate the way you show up now. Keeping your heart open isn't about giving someone another chance to hurt you. It's about giving yourself another chance to live fully, to connect deeply, to experience the richness of life. And this week, I want you to notice the moments when love feels risky. Pause and ask yourself, am I protecting myself or am I giving my power back to the people who hurt me? Because your greatest strength might just be this: to love, not despite your wounds, but because you have survived them and you know you can rise from them stronger than before. That's not weakness. That's power. That's freedom. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to Soul Time. I'm very grateful because you have given me the greatest treasure of your life, your time. If you enjoyed this episode, click the subscribe button so that you get a notification every time a new episode is out.